go and take that to the bio plant. Drop this off on the way. Right, sell this off and put in some crops. Not that it's going to give us much, but every little bit helps. Oh, wow. I obviously don't reverse trailers very often. Especially in cab anyway. $19 and 230,000 for harvest income. So environmental score not too bad. I actually haven't looked at that lately. Where did I go? That way. Yeah. So for our total is sitting on 79. But there's a few fields there. One there at 100. So the one over here that was, it's 82 now. But this one was sitting on 32 before. So now that I've harvested the crops out of there, that's starting to come up a bit. Hopefully, I don't know if I can do anything about that. But I'll just remove all the dirt field or anything there, and that might get rid of that. Or I could try and, I don't know how I can bring the environmental score up for that one. Might just have to cut that as a bit of a loss for that. It's only going to be turned into a shed anyway. Just park back up at the silo and we'll grab our planter, I think. Either way, we need to do the direct drilling because that's what boosts the yield. They prefer not to have you doing any field work. They'd just rather you just plant directly in for some reason. But that boosts your yield and boosts the environmental score that they prefer you to have. So now I'll go with the precision farming. We'll just make do with what we can. Right, we'll use this one for planting in. Grab the front weight because we'll need that. We'll plan in first, and then we'll work out what we need to add on top of that. Whether we need to add any lime or fertilizer or anything like that. There we go. Go with that. Right. See if we can generate a course for course play. Let's check what's yeah, we need to get a couple of headlands put in. Yeah, I think 3. I prefer 3. And we might overlap, so we'll boost that up to about 12% for overlapping. I think that will be fine. So let's generate a course. Take a little minute while it generates that. Did it even start? Right, now we got that loading the field in. Nothing happened down on there. There it is. Wonder whether that's going to be alright. Let's start him off and see what happens. What does it start? Start work on the headlands. Right, yeah. Might change that to start on the center. So rework that. Right, start work. He's gonna close that back up, drive down to starting point. Then we'll be able to see how long it's going to take him to do that. Now, this field is going to be a bit off with our environmental score, because now that I've ploughed in all the fields to be as one big field, I'll have to wait till the next crop after this before I get a proper true environmental score. So that's going to take about 30 minutes to get that done. Pretty sure I have set it up so he won't put in any fertilizer or anything like that. So hopefully that's still the case. Nitrogen level is perfect. Nothing needs to be done there for that. According to that, they reckon it needs rolling though, and this little section here needs lime. Okay, so we'll let that continue on doing that. We'll see if we can find a job for us to do while that's doing that. Sure, there's a cultivating one there. So I reckon I'll take that one. Good 23. Right, where's me? Just need to do something to fill in time while the planting gets done, because I can't lime the sections that need liming while that's not being planted in yet, because for precision farming it needs to have the crop in the ground first so I can allocate how much lime it needs. Contract will give us something to do while we wait for our crops to grow and while the planting's getting done. Going the right way. I and away we go.